Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I think that would have been perfect. Calm, breathe.
Sorry.
Breathe.
Oh, man.
Are you good?
No, I think I am now.
That would have been a perfect introduction. Too bad I forgot to hit record.
Oh, crap.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Moon Men Podcast. I'm your host, Devin, here with your co-host, Eddie. Say what's up, Eddie.
No.
That's okay. This is the second episode of the Moon Men Podcast, and I want to thank everybody for coming back. Honestly, didn't expect to get this far. We both appreciate all the support from the last episode. It was phenomenal to hear back from all you guys, and it's really heartwarming. Anything to add there,
No, you said I could jump in whenever I feel comfortable. I'm not comfortable right now.
Okay, I'll just keep carrying the show.
Wait, I forgot. People like me more, so I actually have to.
Yeah, okay.
Jump
I'm a little upset about that because we have received quite a few, actually, way more than I was expecting. A few comments just discussing how many people like Eddie, and you know what? That's fine. I'm glad people like you.
Don't touch me.
But I'm also a little hurt. You know what?
Why are you so touching me?
I'm sorry. That's okay.
Yeah. You were saying?
I lost what I was saying.
Well, you better find it.
Thank you for coming back to episode 2. We honestly didn't think we were going to make it this far. It's actually a milestone.
It's no milestone.
We were just saying it was a milestone.
No, it wasn't. You were saying it was milestone.
Okay, that's fine. It's a milestone. And I'm proud that we got to episode 2. And I'm glad that all you guys are coming back to join it with us. We're very happy to have you guys here. And we're going to have a banger episode today.
You know where our first topic should be?
Tattoos.
I guess whatever. What about tattoos?
Well, no, okay, because I'm in a tattoo mind state right now because we were talking with your mom earlier. How old's your mom again?
59.
59, and she just got her first tattoo like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Badass.
And apparently she didn't feel any pain.
Yeah.
Or no blood.
Dude, yeah, she got it right here on her wrist. Why am I pointing? She got it on her wrist. Right there where all the nerves are. No blood, no pain. What a fucking champ.
Yeah, and apparently you want to get a tattoo with me, but I want no tattoos.
A tattoo? Oh, I get a tattoo with you.
Yeah, that's what you just said.
Yeah, no. I do want to get a tattoo with you.
Oh, of what? Remember, we were gonna get the Deathly Hallows tattoo.
No, we weren't. We weren't gonna get the Deathly Hallows tattoo. That was a joke.
That was a joke?
Yeah.
I took it serious.
Okay, it wasn't a joke. We were gonna get Deathly Hallows tattoo. The worst part is, at the time, none of us were Harry Potter fans.
I like the movies.
But I hadn't even seen the movies at that point.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, when we discussed it, I hadn't seen the movies. I watched like the first one when it came out, but I wasn't a fan. And then like a few months later, I ended up reading the books.
So have you seen the movies?
Yeah, I've read the books. I read all the books once, and I watched all the movies once, and then I reread the first 2 books 2 times.
Which one's better, the movies or the books?
The books, way better.
Why?
Because they cut out so many different characters from the books. Like Peeves, do you know who Peeves is?
I never read the books.
Peeves the Poltergeist is one of the best characters in the entire fucking series. And he's not even in the movies. He doesn't pop up once. He's just a poltergeist, a ghost that lives at Hogwarts. And he's a prankster. And he just fucking terrorizes everybody. And it's so funny.
He did come out in the first one.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Want to bet?
Dude, the only ghosts that came out were like Sir Nicholas and
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, no, he's like a little tiny poltergeist clown. He's really funny. And then oh god, what the hell's his name? A lot of the characters have a lot more moments in the books and they're a lot better.
You know what's funny? I have the first book right there and I have not touched it.
I would highly recommend it. I'm staring at it right now. You should read it.
You know that they have posters of like the original book covers?
I'm not a big fan of the original book covers, if I'm being completely honest.
Because I think that's the original book cover.
Yeah, that one is. I'm not a big fan of it personally. I'm not. The art style never really grabbed me as a kid. Like, it's iconic. Don't get me wrong. I have all these memories looking at it from when I was a kid. But I don't like the art style. There's newer styles. There's newer covers that I really just adore.
What's that spin-off of Harry Potter? What's it called? I'm thinking The Hobbit, but it's not The Hobbit.
No, not The
Oh,
Hobbit.
Fantastic Beasts, right?
Fantastic Beasts, yeah.
Is there books for that?
No. There's a play that J.K. Rowling wrote for, I think it's a theater play. It's like an actual play, and they converted it into a movie. Dog shit. Absolute dog shit. If you like Fantastic Beasts, you have dog shit taste.
No, everyone's entitled to their opinion, right?
Not if it's wrong.
It doesn't matter. Everyone's entitled to.
Okay, I don't think any Harry Potter fan worth their salt actually likes that movie or that spin-off. And to be fair, the first one was decent. Like, it was fine. It was very basic, average, safe. But the newer installments, it just, it's ruining it for me.
It's because they replaced Johnny Depp.
That, but also because it just feels so, like, forced. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like Johnny Depp's big fucking plan. The whole reason he wants to, like, take over the world and kill all the muggles or whatever is because he saw World War II happening.
Wait, so Johnny Depp is a bad guy?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
I've never seen him play a bad guy.
I don't think he ever has. That I know of. I haven't seen all his movies. But he's a bad guy.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen any of his movies.
Yes, you have.
Like, which ones?
Rango.
Oh, that's true. That's the only one.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Nope.
The Lone Ranger.
Nope.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Nope.
What?
Yep.
And you're supposed to be a director? You haven't seen these classics?
Those are not classics.
Pirates of the Caribbean is a classic.
I've only seen one of them.
Okay, so you've seen it.
Like half of it.
That's a cult classic.
I think it was like the Something End, The World's End.
World's End.
Something End. I knew it ended with End.
I don't know. It might have been the newest one. I watched that one. It wasn't that good.
How many are there? 4?
There's 4.
I think I watched like the third one or something.
I think you can fact check it, but it doesn't.
I don't want
matter.
to. I don't want to look up Johnny Depp.
It doesn't. Why? What's wrong with Johnny Depp?
My mom is in love with him.
Because he's a great actor.
She's never seen any of his movies. She just thinks he's handsome. That's it.
He is handsome.
No,
He's handsome
not.
as fuck.
You know that he was born in Kentucky?
No.
Well, and he was born in Kentucky, but yet he has that weird accent.
I think that's just unique to him. I think he's just adapted it because he could play so many characters. Edward Scissorhands.
Nope.
What?
Yep.
There's no fucking way.
I am telling you the truth.
Okay, I'm actually gonna look this up.
What do you mean?
Okay, I want to see.
How many movies he's came out in?
No, I want to see what movies of his you've seen.
Dude, we're gonna be here forever.
We're just gonna go over it real quick. What did I just say?
I don't know. I understood you, but I don't know if they're gonna understand you.
Yeah, you got a little bit of Devonese. If you can understand it, congratulations. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh yeah.
Okay. The Fantastic Beasts series.
Nope.
The original Nightmare on Elm Street. I forgot he's in that.
Nope.
Edward Scissorhands. You said no. Alice in Wonderland.
Which one?
The 2010 remake.
Nope.
Oh, I forgot about this one. This is one of my favorites. Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Nope.
Oh, wait, you hate musicals, huh? That's a musical.
I've only seen one musical ever.
Corpse Bride?
Nope.
Sleepy Hollow?
Nope.
Jeez, man. Murder on the Orient Express?
Nope.
Okay. You have no fucking taste in movies.
He's an okay actor.
He's a good actor. I actually think he's a really phenomenal actor.
He's overrated.
I can see that. He is a little bit overrated, but it's just because he's handsome.
Can you see him in a Marvel movie?
Is that what makes you a good actor?
No. But like, I'm just asking because apparently Denzel Washington is gonna be in a Marvel movie.
I don't care about Marvel anymore.
There's a guy on TikTok. His name is Straw Hat Goofy, and he mainly talks about what?
Nothing. You don't get the reference.
Yes, I do. It's Luffy.
Shit.
His room is covered in One Piece stuff.
Good for him. Okay, I'll trust his opinion. What is it?
He said that the quote of that Dark Knight quote.
We're in a society?
No. What? No, the main one. The main quote that everyone remembers. I'm blanking on it right now.
You complete me?
No, what? The hero one.
You wind up a hero, or you watch yourself turn into the villain?
Something like that. You're paraphrasing, but yeah, something like that.
Yeah, well, I don't remember it.
Oh, that apparently he's applying that to Marvel because Marvel is expanding too much that everyone's starting to hate Marvel.
I've been hating Marvel.
I agree. They should just at some point end it. They should have ended it with Endgame, but
they should have at least taken a fucking break
or taken a break,
like a 2-3 year break. Get a nice story together, plan it all out, and then by 2030 we have another fucking Endgame moment. It would have been sick. I would have been down with that because I just mourned Captain America and Iron Man.
Whoa! Spoilers.
It's a little late there.
It's been 4 years, 3 years.
I mean, Iron Man, Captain America, and Black Widow fucking die.
No,
boom.
Cap doesn't die.
Okay, no, he doesn't die, but I was mourning Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, all of them, right? I just got through this really emotional arc. It was a lot, and then we were anxiously waiting for part 2, and then like right afterwards, they started fucking teasing. They played a trailer for an upcoming movie in the fucking movie theater.
Are you talking about Black Widow? What was it? Or no, it was Spider-Man, huh?
I think it was Spider-Man, if I remember.
Spider-Man No Way Home?
Yeah. And then they were talking about like how everything's different after Thanos. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm about to watch the movie. Don't spoil it.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Okay, wait. I don't know if it was when I watched Endgame or when I went back to watch another movie, but like it was shortly afterwards, right around that time, that they already started advertising other movies. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, we just went through this huge life-changing arc. We saw all these characters who had been with us for years.
A 10-year journey.
Yeah, just end.
And then it end like that, and then they think they could just pick it up. I know what you mean, because if they would have just ended it with Endgame and no more Marvel movies, it would have been bullshit. Because I never got to see Wolverine, the X-Men, Fantastic Four.
Well, it's gonna be a long time before they get into like the official MCU, like Disney MCU. Mm-hmm. But there's nothing wrong with them taking a fucking break because now they're doing too much. Like I had been with these characters since 2008. Whenever the first Iron Man. Before that, I was getting ready for the cinematic universe when I saw the Incredible Hulk in 2008. With
Edward Norton.
Edward Norton. Love Edward Norton. Really underrated actor.
Hate him.
He's a great actor.
He's okay.
Anyways.
It's because you're biased. Fight Club.
I love Fight Club. But I also love Red Dragon.
Back to Marvel.
Anyways. So, when I saw that movie, and then I think it was Nick Fury, he came out at the end, if I remember right.
Yeah, he did. No, it was Tony.
Yeah, it was Tony. He came out at the end, and I was like, fuck yeah, dude, this is going to be sick. This is before even my stepdad was in the picture, because then when he came, he was already into it too, and we all kind of like bonded over that. I've been watching this shit. I'm a nerd. I've been watching this shit since day one, and then they're just going to drop this new shit on me like that? I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it.
Every movie, every project, a good maybe like except 4 of them, have all been either bad or mid. Like the worst one from Phase 4 is Thor.
I still haven't seen Thor, but I've heard people talking so much shit about it.
Like, it had good elements. Christian Bale did an amazing job.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he... Oh, I have to watch it now. I love Christian Bale.
But it wasn't... They just gave him, like, a 5-minute time frame.
What?
He was in... I'm exaggerating, alright? But he was probably in the movie for, like, in total... 20 minutes.
Oh god.
Top 30.
That's so... They had such an amazing talent right there, and they didn't utilize it.
And what's the director's name? Taika Waititi?
I have no clue.
I think that's his name. I could be mispronouncing it. He's not going to return for the 5th Thor movie. And I'm glad. I'm fucking glad.
Yeah, well, did he do Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he succeeded with Ragnarok. He took it too far. Because from what I have seen of Love and Thunder... is they kind of ruining Thor's character. They're turning him into like a dumbass.
Yeah, and I fucking hate it.
Especially if you think about like everything that he just went through with Infinity War and Endgame, like the emotional state he's in right after Ragnarok, like having his father die, he had to fight his sister. Like he talks about it in Infinity War. You know?
Well, at the beginning of the movie, he talks about it. He shows it, but they just kind of like
brush it off.
They brush it off later on into the movie.
Maybe
like I'm thinking back into what happened in the movie, and there was only probably like 2 good parts that I actually was intrigued by, and that was mainly because of the way he was using the colors.
The colors did catch my eye from the get-go. Like the advertisements, the reason I got excited for it in the first place was because it looked like it was taking that Ragnarok formula and perfecting it and just making it more fun, like a fun space adventure. And then, like, from what I have seen of it, it didn't hit.
One thing I am going to mention is if you're expecting Guardians of the Galaxy to be in that movie, they're not in that movie.
I wasn't. Were they supposed to be?
Yeah, remember how at the end of Endgame, Thor goes with the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Well, apparently, and they even showed them in the trailer. They only show up for like 3 minutes and then leave.
Oh, what the fuck is Marvel doing?
But the only like good projects from Phase 4 that I love are No Way Home, but everyone loves No Way Home.
I love it because they knew exactly what they were doing. It's just a nostalgia trip that everybody was like down for.
Not that, it was more of a fan service movie.
A nostalgia fan trip, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, a nostalgia fan service trip, yeah.
Yeah. Shang-Chi, have you seen that one?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I recommend it. It's a really good. It reminded me of the Phase 1 movies, like the origin story.
Oh, the beginning?
Yeah.
I might not then. Because don't get me wrong, I love the Phase 1 movies and stuff, but they were hard to watch at the time.
Well, that okay, it's a good origin story.
Okay, that's cool. As long as
Phase 1, I know what you mean by Phase 1, because I can't really watch Captain America First Avenger.
Yeah, well, no, I kind of like Captain America, but like the sequels or like, even trying to watch the original Iron Man, sometimes it's a little hard. Because it kind of feels a little dated.
Yeah, it is.
But, I like it. I like it fine. And I watched it all the time as a kid. Especially since it was always on fucking FX.
Yeah, that's true.
FX has the movies. Apparently they only got fucking Iron Man. And Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Those are the only ones ever on. Sorry.
As I was saying. Shang-Chi was another good one. Loki. Moon Knight. And... that's probably it.
That's the other thing too. Don't even get me started on the shows. I don't like how everything's switching over to Disney Plus and their TV shows. I haven't watched Loki. I haven't watched Moon Knight. Did Daredevil get a show? Yeah. Aside from the Netflix one?
They're getting a show.
I'm not gonna I don't watch the shows. I think She-Hulk just got a show?
Yeah.
I've been hearing stuff about She-Hulk.
That one is okay. I like what they're doing with her, but I still don't understand what they're trying to do with her.
Well,
like I don't know how any of these characters could be in the future of the MCU. Like for example, Moon Knight. I have no clue how they could build him up.
They're trying to make like the new Avengers like set list. They're trying to make the new Avengers that are like they're trying to make the new front faces of the MCU. If
Chadwick Boseman was still alive, he would have been the center of it, and then it would have been fucking Tom Holland and Benedict Cumberbatch. They would have been the big.
You could have just said their character names.
Black Panther, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange.
I don't think Black Panther would have been the center of it.
Then who would have? Spider-Man?
No, they already lost the rights to Spider-Man, so his story was determined before.
Well, no, they have 3 more movies with him.
Did they renew their contract?
Yeah, the 3 movies.
Okay, I thought they reached the limit. I don't think any of them really have the star power to be the front face. Tom Holland probably, right? But they're not gonna make Spider-Man the new Iron Man. Or if they do, it's gonna take a while. Because everybody still kind of sees him as like a kid. No one kind of sees him as like the Spider-Man just yet. He's like the Spider-Man in training.
Well, the first 3 movies were... The first 3 movies are supposed to be one big compilation of an origin story.
Yeah.
So with the next trilogy, it's gonna be an actual Spider-Man movie.
Okay, we'll see. That's different. If they do that, I can see Tom Holland being like the face of the MCU.
And then apparently,
I don't think they gave Chadwick Boseman enough development to be the face.
and then apparently, as I was gonna say before you really cut me off,
I'm sorry.
was he's apparently gonna be coming out in the new Fantastic Four movie. How? I don't know.
I think he's loosely connected to Silver Surfer, if I remember correctly.
One thing I am excited for with the MCU is Deadpool. I want to see how they incorporate him.
That's gonna be hard. Fox isn't gonna give over the rights that easily.
They just did.
Did they?
Dude, all these characters are now owned by Disney.
I did not know
except for Spider-Man. I think he's the only one. But X-Men, Fantastic Four, whatever whatever characters and superheroes that they own are now owned by Marvel and Disney.
Okay, I didn't know that. But then again, I'm not keeping up with this stuff.
True.
Since Phase 3 ended, it's just whoop, I've been out.
Yeah. Wait, is this Phase 4 or Phase 5? What was Endgame?
I don't know.
Endgame, I think, was Phase 4. So this was Phase 5.
Oh man, we're geeking out hard today.
Yeah, so?
Who's the top Avenger?
Right now?
No, best one, like overall, of all time.
Cap?
Cap? Nah.
Cap.
Nope.
He's the best one.
No, he's not.
Yeah, then who is? When you mean Avengers, do you mean like the original 6? Or do you mean like adding Captain Marvel, fucking Scarlet Witch?
I would say everybody who was there for Endgame to fight Thanos.
Okay, well if that's the case, Cap.
What?
Yeah.
Cap is not the best. I think he's definitely got something to him because everyone loves Cap. It's America's ass right there.
It's America's ass.
I'm gonna be basic. I'm gonna say Tony.
It's his fault that all this happened.
Yeah, but at the same time, he didn't man up and fucking fix it with the snap that ended his life.
Wait, what were you in Civil War? Team Cap or Team Iron Man?
Team Cap.
Okay. I would have judged you if you said...
Oh, wait, I just said that without thinking. Team Iron Man. I was Team Iron Man all the way.
What?
Yeah, I was the minority at school.
What?
Yeah, I just wanted to see fucking Captain America get his shit rocked.
Well, it didn't happen.
Kind of, but no, not really.
Who was standing on top?
Also, Cap was being a little bitch the whole time.
How?
Okay, I don't remember the exact circumstances, but it was because of Ultron. They were fighting, blah blah blah. What was Cap's point of view again?
So,
because I remember that was my argument at school. I would like go to school and they'd be like, "Oh, there's Teams Tony or whatever." I'm like, "Fuck you, dog. Cap's being a bitch."
I think you were just saying. I think you're just being a hater. That's it.
No, I was really.
It's because
and then the Team Tony had Spider-Man too.
But he's a kid. Well, let me explain.
It was a better lineup. Plus, I don't like Cap's team that much.
He had the most powerful Avenger on his team.
Who?
Scarlet Witch.
Oh, wait, was she there?
Yeah. The only ones who weren't there were Hulk and Thor. Oh yeah, just them two. Hawkeye was on Team Cap.
Yeah.
Wait. But the reason why this happened is because Sokovia Accords. So basically, the United Nations were telling the Avengers to sign away their rights, and basically, if they needed them, they'll call them. But Cap said, "Fuck no, we get to do this," and then Tony's like, "No, we need to stop doing this," and then that's what divided the crew. But then later on in the movie, Tony finds out that Bucky killed his parents, so that spiraled the whole fight.
Oh yeah, I did remember that. Fucking Bucky, man. I know like he's a fan favorite and all these girls are thirsting over him, but fucking Bucky, what a douchebag. I know he was under Hydra's control or whatever, but damn, man. I'd be pissed. Wouldn't you?
I mean, I'll be pissed, but then I'll be like, come on.
But it's your parents.
I know, but it wasn't his fault.
But the whole reason Tony is who he is because of his parents died. That was like one of the main founding things that motivated him.
So basically, you should thank Bucky for killing his parents.
I know, but what an asshole.
I'm not the biggest Bucky fan, so I'm not going to defend him.
Me neither. I don't know. I know I can count like 12 people off the top of my head who just would sell their soul to Bucky if he asked. I don't know what it is.
The hair.
You think?
Yeah.
Is it the hair?
And the cheekbones.
He does have great cheekbones.
And a smile.
He has a nice ass. Too.
And what?
What? What'd you say? That was really weird, man.
Sorry, I didn't want to take it that way. What are we talking about?
Cheeks.
Cheeks.
Yeah.
What?
Cheeks.
Cheeks?
Cheeks. Butt cheeks.
No, we're talking about Marvel. What are we talking about Marvel?
I don't know.
Oh, it's because I asked you about Team Cap, but what were we talking about before then?
The greatest Avenger?
Let's just go based off that. Yeah. I still think it's Cap.
It's either going to be Tony or Thor, because he really stole my heart in Ragnarok.
Well, if you watch it, the new Thor movie, he's gonna break your heart.
That's part of the reason why I'm avoiding it.
If the second best option, if it wasn't for Cap, man, that's a tough one. I guess I'll go with Tony.
They're like, but they have that charisma about them. They have that aura that they're the face of it, right? When I ask you for the face of the MCU right now, you're just kind of like, oh, who's the least worst?
No, I'll say Spider-Man. Not because he's the most known Avenger. Because Thor, he's kind of taking a step back, and so is Hulk. He's taking a step back.
I don't know. I don't.
Right now,
wait. What is the deal with Hulk? What's he doing?
In She-Hulk, I kind of don't want to spoil it since it's still new. But in She-Hulk...
Okay, wait. Spoiler warning for She-Hulk now. Go.
He gets taken to space. For something. I don't know. You know how at the end of... what was it? Knowing Hulk?
They're probably going to do a Planet Hulk spin-off.
Yeah, that's what they're going for. Or was it World War Hulk? It was one of the two. But, fans are trying to connect the dots. You know how at the end of one of the Spider-Man movies, Nick Fury was in space?
No.
And Nick Fury on Earth is a Skrull?
No.
Well, there goes that conversation.
Well, I was this Far From Home?
Yeah, I think it was Far From Home.
I didn't see Far From Home in one sitting.
Oh.
And I haven't watched the after credit scene.
Oh, okay. That explains it.
I've seen I watched the first 20 minutes and then I left to go do something and then I threw it on another day and I started again and then left. I told you my interest in the MCU has just completely diminished since Endgame. Completely.
God damn it. If you guys hear background voices, it's my fucking neighbors. Fucking ass. Whatever.
Damn, that was...
Yeah, that was harsh. No,
that was really harsh. Fuck those guys.
No, they're cool. They're cool.
Okay.
I just lost my concentration, that's it. But,
come on.
I forgot. Top Avenger? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, we've been on this for a minute.
Okay. Right now, Kevin Feige, the head of Marvel, he confirmed that there's no Avengers right now.
Okay, we've been dancing around it, but I'm just gonna get to it. She-Hulk twerking. What do you feel about that?
I don't care. It doesn't add or take away from the story. In the comics, that's who she is. So
she twerks in the comics?
Well, she's that type of person in the comics.
Have you read the She-Hulk comics?
No, but I've seen people talk about it.
Oh, I haven't read.
But that of her twerking, I don't care. It's
I'll say this: I saw it and I was just like, "What the fuck?" I thought it was legitimately fake. I didn't know.
I just don't like how Megan Thee Stallion came out. That's the only problem I have with it.
She was in there?
Yeah, that's why she was twerking the whole time.
I didn't even know. I haven't watched it. I don't know the context. I saw a snippet of it and I was like, ugh, and I turned it off.
Oh, well,
it was just weird to me. I didn't like it at all. Megan Thee Stallion was there?
Yeah.
Wait, what was she wearing? Purple? Was that the girl in the purple?
What was she wearing? I don't know, but Megan Thee Stallion is right next to She-Hulk.
How the fuck did Megan Thee Stallion get into the MCU?
It's because
Come on. Almost.
She comes out in the in the episode. It's because she was getting represented by a different lawyer.
That's such a flimsy excuse.
Yeah, I don't know why they added her.
Was it for that one scene?
Mainly, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, if you really bag it, yeah.
I don't get it though. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like I'm not against it. Okay, I'm not gonna say I'm against it. It just I watched it and immediately I was like, this is not the Marvel I knew.
No, yeah, it's a different Marvel. And I don't like the way Marvel is going.
It kind of feels like a woke Marvel.
Yeah, in a way.
Like, but all wrong. You know? Like they're trying to like I don't know. Okay, this is again, we're going down a bad route here, but whatever. It kind of feels like a woke Marvel to me, but a woke Marvel that's out of touch with culture. Cause like, why the fuck? Like, it would have been weird for any character. Don't get me wrong. It's not just because it's She-Hulk or whatever. It would have been weird for any character to just start throwing ass in the middle of an episode or movie. Like, what?
Yeah, I feel like they're not taking themselves too serious now.
Yeah,
they're just trying to have fun with it, and I'm okay with that. But it's taking away from the way they're trying to build things. I'm not looking at these characters like they're fucking heroes. I'm not looking at these characters the same anymore.
They need a balance. It takes away like the reason they had such a delicate balance before, and that's what made all these characters so enjoyable. Is because you could watch a movie like Doctor Strange and know it's like, you know, really serious, but still have a few laughs along the way. So you appreciate all the character developing moments that come out of it, but the humor doesn't take away from that. And now just watching that one little scene without even seeing the show, like I can't take anything this character does seriously ever again. And it would have been the same if fucking Hulk started twerking. I would have been outraged. I was like, what? I would have been like, what the fuck is Hulk doing? You know, it just would have been weird.
They really nerfed Hulk.
In the show?
No, just in general. If you really look at the whole time he's been in the MCU, ever since the Avengers,
Abomination.
No, ever since the Avengers or Age of Ultron, he hasn't been the same.
No, he hasn't.
And I like Professor Hulk and everything, but they just haven't. I want to see that old Hulk come back.
I do too. I miss it. Like especially if we're talking about that original 2008 movie. Watching him fight Abomination was the greatest thing I had ever seen at that point in my life. It was amazing. I went and I loaded up the PS2 version of the game. That's how old it was. Yeah, they had a PS2 version. They had a PS2 game for it, and me and my brother owned it.
What, for real?
Yeah.
Oh.
Badass game, bro. I love that game. Anyways, so I loaded up that, and I would just like replay it all the fucking time. I don't think I ever beat the game, but I would replay that first 5 intro levels all the time. I just love that movie. It was badass. And I love Edward Norton. Shout out Edward Norton.
No, not shout out to Edward.
He's an underrated actor.
Whatever. But yeah, I the status of the MCU right now is, I don't know. I feel like they just got too ahead of themselves that they don't know what they're gonna do anymore.
I don't even know, because I heard something about this like war thing or Emperor something.
Oh, it's Secret Wars.
It doesn't even sound exciting to me, because I'm not invested in any of these characters, and to get invested I have to watch like a 10-hour show, and like why the fuck would I haven't watched WandaVision, I haven't watched any of it, and I'm not going to.
You can always just watch a recap video.
Yeah, like, but I won't be as emotionally invested. Like, it's easier to me to go to the movies and like watch a movie and then digest it, you know, to sit with it. Maybe you go back and rewatch it a couple times. You wait for it to come to Disney Plus, you rewatch it again. Right? That seems easier to me and a lot more fun. Because me, my dad, and my brother, we would do that together. Whenever a new Marvel movie came out, we cleared our schedules and we'd meet up and we'd go watch the movie. Our dad would take us all the time. It was amazing. I love it. But now we don't get to do that. Or when we do, it's very rare.
To be fair, the reason why we got so many projects in one year was because of COVID.
Yes, but at the same time, they're not going to slow down. That's their new formula now.
Yeah, because they're like, okay, we release all these shows. We have to stay on a schedule.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. I think they're going way too fucking far with it. And I'm not going to get invested until there's a reason to get invested. None of these characters are particularly striking to me. You know how much you begged me to watch Moon Knight, and I'm still not gonna watch it.
Just because of how Oscar Isaac performed in that show.
I'm sure he did great. I'm sure it's a great character. I'm sure it's got a lot to tell. I'm not gonna do it.
That's why.
It's like, how many episodes is it got right now?
6?
So 6 1-hour-long episodes?
Yeah, basically.
Just for one character.
Just for one character.
That's 3 movies right there. They could have made 3 standout movies. Spaced them over the next 5 years. I would have loved Moon Knight 5 years from now.
That would have been more of a hassle.
For them, sure, but like...
No, just watching it, like, damn, I have to wait 5 years to finally get a second one.
No, like, they spread those 3 movies out over the next 5 years, so then 2 years from now. I mean, I know that's like an old formula, but that's what the entire audience is used to, and then they just switched it up.
Like, realistically, the only shows that could have been movies was WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's it. Those could have been movies. Loki deserved the show because of the story it told and how in depth it went.
This, like, to me, it's like they're trying to appeal to that binge culture, and I don't like that. I don't like the binge culture.
They don't. That's the thing. They release their shows weekly.
Yeah, I don't. But
they can't. You can't binge a show.
Well, even then, I don't like this whole new short show formula. Like, I don't like how everything shows nowadays. Like, over the last 10, 15 years, like ever since like Breaking Bad and Walking Dead came out, like the big 2, everything is now a TV drama show. You know, all you hear about is TV drama shows. Vikings, fucking Game of Thrones, everything. Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, they're the ones that like redefine the entire genre of entertainment, because now everything's TV shows. Now it's like, I don't want to make the next movie, I want to make the next TV show.
Because it's cheaper.
I'm sure it's cheaper, but like...
And because TV was dying, so they need TV back. They need the silver screen back.
It's not even TV, it's just fucking streaming.
Not anymore. Netflix, I don't know when they're going to start, but they're going to stop releasing their shows all at once. They're going to start releasing episodic.
What? When? Why?
Because I don't know why. I don't know the why, but they're going to start doing that.
Okay, well...
Come on, if Netflix starts doing that means probably every streaming service is going to start doing that.
Hulu's already been doing it.
Oh.
They do it with a lot of their shows.
Oh, well, also, same thing with Disney Plus. The Mandalorian.
Hulu's different because, like, they partner with, channels like Stars and shit, and then they get their shows whenever the episodes are released.
So basically the big 3 of the streaming services are going to start doing that.
I mean, I guess... I don't even know. My complaint is a little weird, because I'm being a hypocrite. Like, now I'm upset that they're doing episodic because it is easier to binge. I just don't like our fascination with it, to be honest.
It would have been the same thing with movies.
You have a point, yeah. I don't know.
Watch. And the silver screen was dying, so they brought it back to life. Now that the big screen is dying, they're going to bring that back to life.
You know what they should bring back?
If you say drive-in movie theaters, I'm gonna suck you.
It is drive-in movie theaters.
God.
We need to bring. They need to bring back drive-in movie theaters.
Why? Do you know how inconvenient that is?
I'm aware. I'm well aware of how inconvenient it is. Do you know how inconvenient collecting records is and listening to records?
But this is my point from drive-in movie theaters. You're gonna say it's nostalgic, all that, but think about it like this. You're one car horn away from missing a good part of the movie.
You would be surprised the amount of car horns that actually went off.
How many car horns? How many drive-in movie theaters have you been to?
1.
Then you haven't been to a lot.
No, but I also...
I've heard, dude, there's also been a lot of people saying that they heard many things.
Oh, no, I'm going based off of what my nana told me.
Oh.
And she said that it was a pleasant experience. But more than that, fuck all that. More than that, I think it's a commodity. It's great. It's like I said, it's nostalgic. Or like you were saying, it's nostalgic. It's got its own feeling to it. Like, these aren't the place you're going to go watch the brand new Marvel movie in fucking 3D. You know, this isn't where you're going to watch Quentin Tarantino's latest movie. This is where you go to watch some classics and kick back. It's like the perfect date night, perfect way to go.
They
hang out
have
with your
that
friends.
already.
How? Where?
I don't know where, but they have that already.
Drive-in movies?
Yeah.
Well, I know there's like 2 in Tucson that are still operating, but they're like not dedicated drive-in movies, like every day, all night.
So wait, what's your point of the drive-in movie?
I think they should bring it back. I think they should bring it back to some capacity. Like, I think there should be like one chain company that like opens up one in all the major cities, in the US, and then they could branch out from there. Because I think it would be amazing. It would be sick. Like I said, you're not going to go watch the newest blockbuster movie, but you get an experience. You can ask your date out, go out with your date, hang out there, watch a movie, eat some popcorn.
And not talk to your date?
No, of course you're going to be talking to your date a little bit. Because if you were at home, you'd be doing the same thing. It's like going to a public movie theater, but with the comfort of your home. Because when you're in your car, you're basically like in your own familiar space. You get to adjust your seats, you get to relax. Okay, you get to set it up how you want. So it's being in a public space, but having your own private space at the same time. So you get that community aspect, but you still get some privacy. And then more than that, it becomes an experience.
The drive-in movie theaters were good at the time. Now that we have all this, it's not a good idea.
I think it definitely has a niche market, but they should try and bring it back. Because just like you and I collect records, and it's a very inconvenient way to listen to music, especially in our day and age, where we could just fucking tap our phone and listen to an entire album. We like that aspect of it. We like the analog aspect of it. Grabbing the record, pulling it out of the case, pulling it out of the sleeve, putting it on the fucking record player, dropping the needle onto it, listening to it spin. We like all that. It's got its own personal meaning to us and a lot of other people out there. And I feel like drive-in movies will be the exact same way. It can kind of give us this new appreciation for the media we take in. Because now when you can go home and watch the entire new season of this or the whole movie of that or whatever, right? You don't really appreciate it the way you do if you go to a movie theater. You buy the popcorn, you sit down, you have to enjoy the movie because it's much more of an experience, so you put much more meaning into it. Even if it's just like a shitty movie you're never going to watch again. Shout out Kung Fu Panda 2.
Yeah, but again, that's for that. The thing you just said is for the people who appreciate that type of stuff. But for the basic person who just watches when you just watch it, it's convenient for them.
No, yeah, that's fine. But I'm saying they should bring it back for those people who appreciate it, because those people are like diehard loyal people, and they'll support it as long as they can.
Again, they have that right now.
I think they should bring it back in like some major capacity.
I don't think no one wants to take that risk because no one's gonna want to do it.
I think it will. Okay, I can't foresee it happening, but I think it would be extremely cool if they did happen. I hope that at some point in the future that it comes back to some small form, because that would be amazing. Just like, it's just an experience. Like imagine being able to watch like some cheesy 80s horror movie in a quiet car eating some cheap popcorn with your date, and then like you have that small shitty stereo speaker in there. Like, is it the best way to watch a movie? No. Is it an experience? Yes. Are you gonna have fun? Yes. Imagine getting blown out of your mind. Well, you wouldn't, but like imagine getting blown out of your mind and then going, or having, or you. Okay, I shouldn't endorse that. Actually, I was gonna say take a couple shots and go watch the movie, but you shouldn't be drinking and driving, or driving while high. If you drive while high, don't get caught. That's my main thing. Just don't get caught.
Just don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive.
I think this is why people like me more, because I give more safe advice.
Sure. But they just have to see more aspects of our personalities. They're going based off of one episode.
Not two.
2 episodes. Shout out episode 2.
Continue, as you were saying?
I don't fucking know what I was saying.
Okay. Well,
don't get high and drive. Don't drink and drive. Wear your seatbelt. Don't fucking text and drive. I don't know how many people I've been yelling at lately for texting and driving. It's ridiculous. I literally yelled at my friends on the phone the other day because he was texting and driving me and then sending Snapchats at the same time. Don't be doing that shit. So dumb. You need to answer somebody so fucking bad that you're gonna endanger the lives of yourself and everyone around you. It's just a little side note. Don't fucking do it.
You know, I've recently found a new pet peeve of mine, and that's when people either cross the road or enter a store looking at their phone or answering a text.
I get really annoyed actually with people on their phones. This is gonna sound very hypocritical because I use my phone a lot. Everybody does, but the obsession with it is unreal. Like, if you look, people are glued to their phones, like absolutely glued. Like, okay, for an example, I went to the doctor's office the other day. I was sitting in the lobby waiting to get checked in, and I'm sitting there, I'm not using my phone. I'm just like looking around. I forgot my book, otherwise I'd be reading my book. And I just happen to be looking around at all the people around me. There's like a 50-year-old lady. There's like a 62-year-old man. I don't know. There's all kinds of people, all different ages, all different ethnicities. Every single one of them is glued to their phone. Not a single person is talking with one another. And then I see this old black lady sitting in front of me. She's looking around too. She's not on her phone. And so I strike up a conversation with her, and me and her get to talking. She's really nice. I would give her a shout out, but I don't want to say her name. And it's shocking to me. Like, remember...
Well, okay, you said that you were on your phone, but if you had your book, you would have been reading your book, right?
Yeah,
you would have been glued to that book.
No, but to me, there's a difference between like wasting your time mindlessly scrolling through social media or checking your Snapchat or whatever, versus like reading a book.
What if they were
talking to people?
What if
I'm not gonna assume that's what they were doing, but you see that everywhere you go. And it's just kind of sad that people don't really communicate anymore.
It's because people were forced to communicate before.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, because
How were they forced?
What else were they going to do when they were on a 12-hour flight?
Okay, that's not forced. You're not forced to talk to the people next to you.
No, but what I'm trying to say is now that we have a phone, we could just be in our own little world.
Haven't you noticed just how antisocial everybody's become nowadays?
Yeah, and honestly, I'm okay with that.
I'm not.
And I, honestly, I'm okay with that because what if you start talking to the wrong person?
What do you mean?
Like, let's say you strike up a conversation with the fucking Ted, and Ted somehow, some way, is a fucking psychopath. You just struck up a conversation with a psychopath who wants to fucking kill you.
That's an interesting story. That's podcast material right there. And I deprived myself of that because I wanted to scroll on Instagram for the 5th time that fucking second. No. I'm not that. I don't do that. When I go out, I actually talk to people. And I think and this is going to sound like one of those rants that everyone goes on nowadays. I don't give a shit. I just think it's really sad because I go out and the only people I can ever really talk to nowadays are people who are 20, 30, 40 years older than me because they're the only ones that aren't glued to their phone, addicted to their phone. When I go out with a group of friends and one of the people is on their phone the whole time, it frustrates me because it's like, why did you agree to come out with your group of friends? Why did you agree to be here? Because at this point, it just feels like you're wasting my time. And I don't think that's unfair to say because most people just don't know how to communicate anymore. Most people don't know how to talk. And most people don't want to talk. And that's fine. I'm not going to force them to talk. I just think it's sad to see that that's the state of the world nowadays. Because it's just like I'm a natural extrovert. I like talking with people. I like going out and being in social situations.
You know what's crazy? I fucking hate extroverts, and I don't know how we have good conversations.
What do you mean? You hate extroverts?
Fuck yeah!
And you've never once said that.
Every time, most of the people who work at Dutch Bros are extroverted people, and for some reason, I hate it when they strike up conversations with me.
I feel like with Dutch Bros specifically, it's kind of company policy to be talkative and engaging.
Okay, if that's the case, I feel bad for them. But I hate people who try to strike up a conversation with me. Like, dude, no, I don't want to have a conversation with you. If I'm in the mood, cool, I'll have a conversation with you. But for the most part, I'm not in the mood to talk to anybody.
But that's hypocritical, because how are these people just supposed to know whether or not you're in the mood? They're just trying out the waters. They're trying to spark a conversation. How do you know how do you know they weren't in the mood to talk to people all day long? This is the first time they're in the mood. They're like, hey, he seems like an approachable guy. He looks like he's having a hard time, they're like, "Hey, bud, don't fucking talk to me."
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like basically, if I look approachable, that means I'm having a bad day.
That doesn't make any sense.
It makes sense with me.
If you look approachable, you're having a bad day?
Yeah, like I just don't want to fucking talk to anybody.
That doesn't make any sense.
It just makes sense to me.
I don't understand how you hate extroverts.
I just hate that you know what's funny? I had a couple of topics that we could have talked about, and we haven't touched on a single one.
We can bridge off to those. But okay, so no, do you even know what an extrovert is?
Yeah, you.
What does that mean?
A person who likes going out, being around people, talking to people, and just expressing themselves extrovertly.
Okay, yeah, and you know, it also, I think there's also what the hell is it called? I think people get it misunderstood in their head because people also think that extroverts are like charged by social, like their internal batteries are charged by hanging out with people and being like in social environments. And that's not the case. Coming from an extrovert personally, if I'm around a group of people and I'm having the time of my life, I'm going to get extremely happy, I'm going to get more outgoing, more confident. It boosts me, but it doesn't charge me. Because I can be there as long as I want, but then as soon as I leave, like if I'm having a bad hangout with people, it'll actually drain me. That's very normal. And I feel like you're more of an extroverted person than you let on. You try to adopt this introverted persona, but I don't think it's actually you.
I used to have well, she's still my manager. She used to say that I was a social butterfly because I talked to everyone at work.
Yeah, there you go.
But
they're at work. Why are you fucking talking to them? They don't want to talk.
A lot of them want to talk.
Exactly. So I don't understand. Like, people like talking. Most people want to talk to people, but we've just forgotten the skill. And I want to give you guys homework listening. I want you guys to try.
Don't.
No. Let's just try it.
No, they're not gonna do it.
Try.
You know what?
Don't fucking cut me off.
Listen.
Fuck you. I'm trying to give them homework.
No. You know why they're not gonna try it?
Why?
Because they're listening to this podcast, not even conversing with people.
So I listen to podcasts all the time. What does that have to do with being an extrovert or an introvert?
They're not going to have time to talk to a person.
Next time you guys get an opportunity, whether it's at work or whether you're in a social setting or maybe you're just out getting some groceries, I encourage you, I implore you guys to try and break out of your comfort zone. Strike up a conversation with a stranger. Just, hey, I like your shoes. Whatever it is. Try it. See how it changes it.
And I guarantee you that person will look at you like you're the fucking craziest person.
I do it. Dude, what did I say when we went to get Whataburger the other day?
Yeah, that chick was freaked the fuck out.
No, she was not.
Dude, how is a good conversation starter? How high is? Why is this?
No, that's not what I said.
Why is this counter so high?
Let me lay the context. Okay, we went to go get some Whataburger late night. We had done a tester episode, right? That's the one we didn't release.
Yeah, we
have an unreleased episode, and you guys will never hear it. So we did a tester episode. We were hungry. We went to go get some fucking Whataburger. It was like 12 o'clock at night. It was really late. Or in the morning. 12 o'clock in the morning. And Whataburger was still open. We went to Whataburger. And we were in a group when we went to Whataburger. And nobody was expecting me to say this. But I get to the fucking window, okay? And I don't know why. I don't know who fucking designed it. But this window was at least, I want to say 5.5 to 6 feet from the ground. Something like that. Not that high. Maybe like 4.5 feet, which, you know, doesn't sound very high at all. But these drive-through windows are like designed to like match up with your car window so that it's just an easy transaction, right? This fucking window, the bottom of it was matching the top of my car. I had to like stick my head out and like look up at the girl. And the first thing I asked her, I was like, why the fuck is this window so high?
And how the fuck is she supposed to know?
But she laughed. It doesn't always
because what you put her in an awkward situation.
I'm just saying.
If I was in her position, of course I'm gonna laugh too. Like, what else am I fucking... am I gonna look you in the face and be like, I don't fucking know. I just make food.
I wish she would. That would have been so interesting. I'm just saying people should try and break out of their comfort zones a little bit.
You know what's one thing people should do?
What?
And specifically people in retail?
What?
Curse at their customers.
What?
I like it when I go to like Target or Walmart and the employees are cursing at me. Not like fuck you. Not saying that. I'm saying more
just like I don't fucking know.
Yeah, saying like you see that shit over there? It's gonna be around there.
Oh yeah. I like that too when they're casual.
Yeah, like that's what I mean.
But you have to choose your targets carefully because you can't just do that to every customer. But
you're not gonna do it to a 60-year-old lady. No, you're gonna do it to 20-year-old guys like us.
Yeah, that would be sick.
I sometimes do it to customers that are 60.
What do they say?
Like you said, you have to pick and choose.
Yeah. You can't just do it to fucking Karen that walks in because you'll get yelled at and recorded.
Yeah, I know.
And deported.
Yeah, don't say that. But I pick and choose the people. I curse around. Like I sometimes curse over the radio and people are around me. Like fuck them. I'm having a conversation with somebody over the radio.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's an example of you breaking out of your comfort zone, your social comfort zone. And that's what I'm encouraging them to do. I think more people should be trying to break out of their social comfort zone. Not have full-fledged, deep, meaningful conversations with fucking Joe at Target. You know, just be like, hey, Joe, I like your shoes. And be like, oh, thanks. That's it. There you go. You broke out of your comfort zone. Congratulations. Like, it's so simple.
Why do you sound like Andrew Tate?
Do I?
Yeah. You're welcome.
Women belong in the kitchen.
Oh no! Oh my fucking god!
That's a joke. Is that what he says?
No, he says something similar to that, but he says like let's just go with that. Honestly,
what do you think about his banning?
His banning?
Yeah, his cancellation.
It's bullshit.
I think.
Well, actually, no, it's okay because that's a private business and they have
what's a private business?
Twitter.
That's classified as a private business.
Yeah, it's classified as that, so they could do whatever the hell they want.
But really?
Sure, yeah. So if you post, I'm gonna fucking kill this person, of course they're gonna fucking block you.
But I think there's so much more problematic like influencers that like have.
Obviously, yes, there are, but
like no, and don't get me wrong, I don't want to come off like I'm a big Andrew Tate fan here. I just recently got familiar with him after that. But I was really confused. Like, how are they going to completely deplatform somebody because they don't agree with their views?
No, okay, so
it makes it so hard to speak about any social topics or be yourself for fear of deplatforming.
No, obviously, like you said, there are many people who don't belong on social media and who aren't supposed to have a voice. But I understand it from like Facebooks and Instagrams and Facebook and Instagram are the same company. But
it does kind of make it weird though that it all happened within the same week.
Yeah, it all happened within the same week. But I understand from their point of view, like they're a private business. You're part of that business. They could do whatever the fuck they want. Sure,
but if they're gonna do that, they can't pick and choose, right? Even if it is a private business, because that's going against the users at that point. Because they're like, we don't like you, you're out of here. Because now it's not, this social media platform where everybody's included and we can like all express ourselves. It's just the people we like or the people who's going to get us money.
That's why I understand it from their point of view, but it's also bullshit because they're taking away from they're taking away that his freedom of speech. Sure, I'm not saying I support Andrew Tate or anything, but if it goes further than that, basically everybody's gonna get thrown off the internet.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like, if they're gonna be doing that kind of censorship on their platforms, all of them, all three of the big ones, they should be doing that with everybody. And I think that we've seen more of an outcry from this because it was so specific and it happened all at once. And there was all these false accusations being made at the same time.
And like Andrew Tate said, he's like, I don't care if I get banned off this. I still have the Bugatti. I still have all this money.
That's true, yeah.
I don't fucking care.
Well, of course he wouldn't care because he's still rich. At the end of the day, he's not allowed on Twitter anymore, but he's still rich. He still fucking got models up the ass. He still gets to do whatever the hell he wants because he didn't make his money on the internet.
Yeah.
It's just so weird to me because our generation especially lives on the internet. And I've been telling you this for a few weeks actually, but the internet's not a real place. And it's so crazy that everybody's so obsessed with it. The internet is not a real place, but it's a great place to make money. And because of that, we've lost sight of reality, I think. And to me, that whole cancellation thing was like kind of an eye opener to that, because I know right now we're making our money on the internet. I know right now you guys are listening to us on the internet. Again, thank you for the support. Shout out, love all you guys. But the amount of focus that we put onto the internet on such a fragile place is so bizarre to me, because when you really like step back and like look at it, it doesn't really matter who you are on the internet, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because none of it really matters at the end of the day. Like, Andrew Tate's a perfect example of that, because he got fucking canceled. He's banned off of everything. And he's still rich. He still gets to drive his Bugattis around. He's still buying new cars. He still got, from what I know, he has his stream going, right, on like another website.
I don't know.
Well, I was told that he has his stream going still. So like, it's just crazy how much emphasis we put onto this thing that can be taken away like that. You know, all we need is a not EMT. What the fuck? What the fuck is it called?
What are you talking about?
The electrical magnetic explosion. All we need is
EMP.
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 Okay, we need an EMP at just one location, and everything goes down. It's like that drone thing we were talking about. All it takes is one fuck up, and everything's gone. You know, everybody likes to talk about the upcoming apocalypse and how the world's going to end or whatever, right? But, like, think about it. Who would we be after the internet ends? Because our identities have become so internet-based on it's become so focused on how we're perceived online and who we are online and what we do online, that if we lost that, who would we be?
Well, that goes for the people who are so in tone into the.
It's not even like the social media influencers or the Twitch streamers or people who are just addicted to their phone. It's everyday people. We've completely lost touch of what makes us us, because we're all blending into, like, you know, if we did get an EMP, national-wide blackout, no more internet, just gone one day, right? So, like, imagine it. Like, we get a national-wide blackout, no more internet, none of that. What are you going to be doing with your free time?
Rebuilding the internet.
Okay, instead of a cop-out answer, like, realistically, right? Because you don't know anything about the internet. You don't know how it works. So your entire identity as a person based off of who you are on the internet, which is very small because you're not a big social media person, but at the same time, your life still revolves around it with all the streaming services, the music apps, all that shit, right? All of that's gone one morning. You wake up. What are you going to do?
Go to the library, check out a book about how the internet works, and rebuild it.
Okay, well, honestly here, like I mentioned earlier, like, people talk about this, like, end of the world, like, this destruction type of thing. What kind of people would we become during that?
Okay, I'm not going to answer your question. That reminds me of something I...
Wait, what do you mean you're not going to answer my question?
That reminds me of...
What, you just ignore me? What?
That reminds me of...
Okay, fine, go ahead. What? That reminds you of what?
So, apparently, I only saw it once on TikTok. But it's
It's a TikTok thing? You're talking about a TikTok thing?
It's a social media thing.
Don't touch my hand.
An old man came up to me. He's a regular at a store I work at. I'm not gonna name the store.
I almost named it, but okay. Go ahead.
Because he's like, hey, do you know what's happening September 24th? I'm like, no, I don't. And then I thought back. I'm like, oh wait, isn't the world supposed to end? He's like, yeah, that's what I saw.
Wait, what?
Apparently, the world is gonna end on September 24th.
What do you mean it's gonna end on September 24th? Says who?
Okay, so
if you say some guy on TikTok, I swear to God, I'm gonna cut this podcast.
So some
off.
German, I don't know what he is. He's a higher up. He's a higher up in Germany. Like
politician, scientist.
He's like a politician, I think.
Okay.
He said that September 20. I'm just gonna paraphrase, but he said September 24th is gonna be a day where everyone's gonna remember where they were that day.
What does that mean?
People started taking that thing out of context, saying that's like a 9/11 or it's like that type of event. Like, you knew where you were when 9/11 happened. Obviously, you don't know, but you knew where you were when the Queen died.
No, I don't.
Oh, well, yeah, bad memory. But that's what they mean by it. So they're saying a major event's going to happen on September 24th that everyone's going to remember, and everyone thinks that the world's somehow going to end.
How did they go from September 24th is going to be a day you remember to September 24th is the day we all die? How are you going to remember that if you're fucking dead?
Okay, so hear me out. Today, Putin said that...
Today is the 21st.
Yeah. So Putin said that he's gonna... Fuck, what was the direct quote?
You want to look it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. He said something, a lot of big words, and a very thick Russian accent.
Okay.
Well,
of course, he's Russian.
Yeah, he's Russian. He said that... Okay, hold on.
Wait, so a German guy is the one who like broke this news and announced it, and now a Russian guy is taking the head of it? I don't understand.
No, so I'm tying it in.
Okay.
I'm still trying...
Oh, we're going deep in the conspiracy hole now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still trying to look for the quote.
I'm all for it. Let's go. Get your tinfoil hats ready. Make them into little pointy hats.
I can't find the quote.
Oh, God. Okay, paraphrase. What did he say?
He said that he's gonna do by any means necessary to capture Ukraine. And people are starting to think he's gonna use nuclear warfare.
To destroy the territory that he's trying to reclaim.
He has that mindset. If I can't have it, no one can have it.
I don't think he's gonna nuke Ukraine.
That's what President Zelensky said. That's the president of Ukraine.
He thinks that he's gonna get nuked?
No, he doubts it. But everyone else thinks that he's gonna start using
I think he might use it as a threat. You know, it might be a whole JFK situation.
They're saying President Zelensky said that if he does that, the world is gonna go on his back. Everybody is gonna be his enemy.
What do you mean? Everyone's gonna become Putin's enemy?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
So once he says I'm going to use nuclear warfare, I'm pretty sure every fucking country's gonna aim their nukes at Russia. Yeah,
it's it reminds me of that quote from Einstein. He said, "I don't know."
E equals MC squared.
Yeah, that one. No, numbnuts. The one he said, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit. He goes, "I know not which weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones."
Yeah, yeah. He said, I think that was the exact quote.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Look at me with the memory over here. For once.
Yeah, it was something like that. But I think that was the exact quote. So what I'm trying to say is, September 24th, he's probably going to release these nukes and boom.
No, he wouldn't just release them. There'd be a whole fucking dramatic thing to it.
Yeah.
Because it's especially like, and I'm not into politics or not international affairs or anything, but from the small amount that I've seen of Putin, like, he doesn't strike me as the kind of person who's just gonna do something. He likes to announce that shit, and most politicians do. Most world leaders do. They don't just do things, they announce things. Mm-hmm. You know, it's when they start doing things without announcing them that we have to be afraid. But the fact that he's already announcing it, he's like, I'm gonna take Ukraine by any force. That's him building up the spectacle. He wouldn't just launch it.
I mean, Russia's losing the war.
But he knows what happens. It's I forgot what it's called, but it's like, if you do yours, I'll do mine. Like, you fire your fucking nukes, I'm gonna fire my nukes. It becomes an all-out war. But I don't think the United States or any nation would just automatically start firing.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because why?
I feel like every major nation is gonna be like, hey, you do this, we're gonna point our missiles, but we're not gonna launch it just yet. If you launch yours, like you said, if you launch yours, we'll launch ours to you.
Like, yeah, it's more than that. It's a whole diplomatic affair. Like, the United Nations would unanimously vote against him, I think. It would become way more than that. He doesn't want to put himself in a position where he's more down bad than he already is.
By the way, it's not United Nations, it's NATO.
It's NATO?
Yeah. Because I think Russia is a part of the United Nations.
Yeah, but that gives it even more incentive.
Whatever the case. Again, we're just two idiots with the microphone.
We're two idiots with the microphone. But I highly doubt that he would just launch the nuke. If anything, September 24th 3 days from now, whatever is going to happen. If anything at all, which I highly doubt. I don't think there'll be anything as nearly as bad as we're expecting.
Another person, the same old man, he told me that the economy is going to fall. The world economy is going to fall.
Where's this old man getting his information?
I don't know.
Is he just some kind of gypsy walking around giving people like free advice? Like, hey, get out where you can. Where am I supposed to go, man? The whole nation's falling. Everything's falling.
I don't know, but I told him the same thing. I'm like, if the economy's falling, why are you going to take out your money? That money, that paper is not going to be worth anything if the economy falls.
It's going to turn into Fallout and everything will be based off of bottle caps. And I have a small stash. I've been waiting for this day.
It's not going to be.
If anything, I'm more terrified for the solar explosions that are going to occur within the next 10 years.
They said something about solar flares. I read an article, something about solar flares too.
Yeah. So, for those of you who aren't in the know, I forgot the time span within the years. But the sun released these cosmic explosions that it releases these cosmic explosions every so often. I forgot the amount of time between.
It's just God's farts.
Essentially, it releases it. Oh God, I wish I studied the science before going into this. But essentially, the sun farts out a bunch of flames, and it spreads across our galaxy. Right? It's just a cosmic boom, and it hits all the planets. And the next one is coming up relatively soon, like within the next 10 years, scientists predict, going with the pattern. And people are really scared of it, especially within the science community, because from what I heard when I was researching that, it has the potential to completely destroy our world.
Oh.
Because it's supposed to be a big one. This next upcoming one is supposed to be really big.
So,
there's a nice bit of existential dread for you.
So, this has happened before, right?
Yeah, I don't know the exact. Let me check it. You're supposed to be the fact check guy, but I don't mind checking this out.
Because if that's the case, why hasn't the world been destroyed already?
It's not that it's gonna make the Earth crumble into a million pieces. It just burns the entire surface of the Earth and exposes it to all the radiation.
Okay, so why hasn't the Earth been destroyed like that?
What?
If it's happened before, if this solar flare explosion has happened before, why hasn't the world been burning?
I'm trying to check the time span. It's an 11-year cycle. And okay, yeah. So it's an 11-year cycle and it explodes every 11 or so years, right? And if you tie that into what we've heard in the past, where the world was supposed to end in 2012, that would have been an actually great way for the Earth to go out. If they predicted that and the world actually did end in 2012, it would have probably most likely been because of that, because it was around that time when it exploded. Now the reason people are so startled about it now is because according to the research that they've done on it, it looks like it's going to be bigger than anyone we've ever experienced before, which is actually terrifying if you think about it.
No, that's bullshit.
What do you mean?
It's so they waited till now to be like, oh yeah, it's gonna be the biggest explosion.
No, they've talked about it before. It's just not making any can you remember the last scientific headline that made the news?
Yeah.
What?
They discovered a black hole.
What? When? Why don't I ever hear about it? Don't say TikTok.
It was Twitter. For me, it was Twitter.
Okay. When did they discover this?
That's a good question. Let me look it up.
I didn't realize they actually discovered one. Well, I knew there's some within our own galaxy that they haven't officially proved to be there. Did you find it?
I just typed in black hole, and for some reason, porn came up.
Okay. We're just gonna stop it right there. My dad has this crazy theory. He has a bunch of crazy theories. We have to get him on here one of these days. He told me that the world did end in 2012. I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
I know what he's talking about. I've heard that theory too.
He's like, yeah, the world did end in 2012. And he goes, and we're all collectively in some sort of other dimension. Which, theoretically, I can see if we believe in the whole multiverse theory, which all of you should be familiar with thanks to, fucking Marvel and Rick and Morty. There's different dimensions all parallel to ours. All of them are infinite, right? So there's a possibility that our timeline has switched. And those of us that are in this timeline who can remember that event, like switch timelines or something of that nature. And we're collectively all in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's bullshit.
Well, think about it like this. Like that, I used to do this. What the fuck is it called? A brain teaser.
Mm-hmm.
Where try to conceptualize this in your head. Let me see if I can explain it.
Okay,
that makes sense.
So back to it's.
Wait,
just,
okay. I was about to go into something. What is it?
They discovered it in 1974.
You remember that? You were alive for that?
I looked it up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, scientific headlines don't make the news the way, like...
The first picture of a black hole has recently been revealed. And that was on May 12th, 2022.
I didn't know that.
And then...
Because it doesn't make the fucking headlines.
It's made the fucking headlines.
Maybe on Twitter.
All over it.
But for normal people like me who don't live their life on Twitter...
So, since the science community was talking about these solar flares, but they weren't talking about the black hole. Like how...
No, they weren't. It's not like these people were talking about the solar flares and it like became big news and that's how I heard about it. Like I was in the YouTube rabbit hole and I was watching a bunch of science videos back to back. And I was watching something about, the spaghetti theory when it comes to black holes, which if you don't know, Stephen Hawking's theory about black holes is that when you get sucked in, the amount of gravity would squish you into like a spaghetti noodle. And at the same time, you're experiencing the world in 365 degrees. Right? But we're not going to get into that. That's how I discovered it. I found it through there, and it was like relatively new. And they're projecting it to come within the next few years or so. And actually, just looking it up, they're blaming that to be the reason why September 24th is going to be like the day we all die. Which... Okay, sorry. But to think about it, like, all one German guy had to do was go, yeah, September 24th, it's gonna be crazy, man. And everyone's like, oh, fuck, we're gonna die. Like, what? Like, just him going, oh, you're gonna remember September 24th. Everybody's like, fuck, there we go. Bye, Mom, I loved you. You're gonna do a 180 on me?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I forgot.
Wait, let me do my brain teaser real quick, okay?
Yeah, while you do that, I'm gonna try...
No, this is for you. I want you to think about it.
Okay.
So, there's a possibility, according to this theory I found a long time ago, that you've already died, like, let's just say 22 times in your life.
I'm immortal.
Don't bring that shit in here. I already warned you. There's a possibility that you've died, and anybody listening to this has died multiple times throughout their life. But you've never experienced it, because this is the immortality theory, okay? And this is going to blow your fucking mind. So if you have existential dread and you don't like topics like this, it might stick with you, so now's your chance to leave.
All right, I'm going to go.
Oh, okay. So you guys... No, I'm just kidding. So think about it like this. There was, let's say, 22 events in your life where you could have possibly died, and you didn't, and you'll never die, because every single time you're about to die, you get thrust into a reality where you survive that incident. So think about every close call you've ever had in your life, right? You're driving down the highway, a car is like speeding and he swerves into your lane, he almost hits you and you're like terrified, right? That's just an example, but like every instance like that, think about what could have happened. The car hits you, boom, you're dead, died, right? Except you didn't. And this theory states that you're never going to die. You're going to live forever, right? Since you've been born, you're going to live for like 100, 200, 500 years. It doesn't really matter. You're never going to experience death, because every time you're about to die, you're going to get thrust into another reality. And you might be thinking, okay, well, what about all the people that have died? They're still alive in other realities. So, like, every person that you've ever known that has passed away, according to this theory, they're still alive in another reality. So they never died. They're still experiencing life. You might actually be in that reality with them, some version of you, but that's not you. That's not this conscious version of you. And every time you get close to a near-death experience, you're not going to die. You could be on your fucking deathbed, right? And according to this theory, right before you die, you might start feeling better. Right before you're supposed to die, you're going to start feeling better. In that reality, everybody that was watching you die saw you die. But you get to continue going on into all of these different world lines, all of these different dimensions, essentially living forever, and you'll never truly experience death. Because every time you're going to die, you get thrust into another world line. You get thrust into another dimension. Now, if you really sit there and think about it, and think about all the times you've almost had close calls, it becomes plausible to an extent. But to me, it's just terrifying. Like, think about that. Like, you'll never ever die. Right? And so there's a possibility, according to my dad, that 2012 incident, we all died. The universe collectively died. And then we got thrust into another reality right before. And we'll never know what happened to that other reality. And it's just going to continue to happen. Because think about it like you said in the first episode. The fact that we're talking right now is amazing in itself. We're on a floating space rock in the middle of nothing. That's hard to comprehend when you say it like that.
Well, okay. That theory is bullshit.
It's more of a thought experiment, not necessarily a full-fledged theory. But when I heard it, I couldn't stop thinking about it for weeks.
That's bullshit, because where does the conscience go?
You're the conscience. The conscience goes with you.
Yeah, but so, okay, it goes with me, but what about those memories of me dying?
You wouldn't have them. Because you
my God.
You don't experience death. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's say someone pulls a gun to your head right now. They pull the trigger and then nothing happens. It splits the moment they pull the trigger. In one reality, your old reality, you've died. But in your reality, nothing happened. And so you've shifted world lines and you didn't even realize it.
It doesn't make sense. To me, it doesn't make sense. To people who are listening, probably gonna make sense.
Okay, if you've watched Steins Gate, any of you out there listening to this, you have an idea of what I'm talking about. The world line shifting and moving between realities. Even if you've watched Rick and Morty, think of it like that. Like, every time a life-threatening situation or a life-changing situation has happened, the realities have shifted. And that doesn't even go for dying. That's just people who focus on, like, the macabre. Like, if you think about it from a realistic perspective, every single choice you've ever made in your life splits into a new reality. And that's just you. So imagine 7.8 billion people on this planet doing that every single day. Do you know how many realities there are? Like, it just becomes incomprehensible at that point.
Just like the simulation theory, that just gives me no will to live. Like, the fact that I'm never going to die, it's fucking sad.
Yeah, but there's no way you could truly tell until you get to, like, 150. You're like, I can't die! But then, like, who would believe you? You know? Because in all of these other people's realities, you died a long time ago. And in yours, you could say, I can't die all I want, but then die that very next day to everybody else as you continue on living. It's kind of terrifying if you think about it. It's like glitching into the back rooms. Have you heard of that?
No, but you know what else is terrifying?
What?
People actually combine NyQuil and chicken breasts into a meal.
What?
You heard me? Like, they pour...
The fucking medicine?
Yeah, they pour NyQuil into, like, with chicken, and they eat it.
What?
And recently the FDA told them, or warned them, not to fucking do that.
Who's doing that?
The same people who ate Tide Pods, Devin.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Who doesn't even sound appetizing. And why not use Dayquil? I feel like Dayquil and chicken would go a lot better.
Yeah, I feel like since it's orange.
Yeah, it's got like an orange flavor, orange chicken. I don't know. I could see that one. Like, you can make orange chicken with Dayquil. I did not just endorse that. I'm sorry. Don't do that. That's very bad. That's like eating Tide Pods. Don't eat Tide Pods. I'm sorry. Who the fuck is doing that?
I don't know. But there's enough people to capture.
Is it a trend? Is this another TikTok thing?
No, I haven't seen it.
So why did the FDA feel like they needed to tell people not
because
to do
I
that?
feel like there was enough people for them to be like...
All it takes is
Stop.
one asshole to just go like, you know what sounds good right now?
NyQuil and chicken.
Like, that's all they needed. Just one guy to just look at his bottle of NyQuil, look at his old-ass chicken in the fridge, and be like, fuck it.
No, I bet that same guy was like, I have no seasoning. I have nothing to put this other than NyQuil. Let's see how this John tastes like. And then he said, this schmacks. I'm hip, alright?
Schmacks?
This schmacks.
Don't say that ever again.
Why?
It just sounds weird coming from you. You don't talk like
I'm
that.
hip.
Since when?
Since ever.
You're not hip.
Yeah, that's cap. That means lie.
Oh my god, do not start. Don't start talking like this.
Geek, geek.
Oh god. Real quick, I mean, not to shit on anybody who's, you know, in a low financial situation, but how broke do you have to be to not have seasoning for chicken? Because if that's the guy's excuse,
at least eat the chicken like that.
Like, yeah, just eat the chicken like that.
Think of the our ancestors. They didn't have no seasoning.
They didn't have seasoning.
They just ate it straight up. Like they probably had a feather. And
what? What the fuck?
What?
Okay, whatever. But like, I don't think if he had enough money to get fucking NyQuil. He had NyQuil in his house. Like, NyQuil is expensive as fuck. Like, those bottles are like, what, $15, something like that? It's ridiculous. Especially the bigger bottles, because you prepare for the worst.
Where the fuck are you getting your NyQuil at?
Doesn't matter. He told me not to say. So how broke is he that he can afford fucking NyQuil and chicken breast? Let's just assume it's nice chicken breast, good chicken breast from like the store, but not have like salt or pepper.
You know what? I'm gonna look it up. Don't
look it up. I don't want to know who this asshole is.
I want to know.
Okay, I'm kind of curious. But honestly, like, what? I honestly don't understand these trends too that have come out of the internet. Like, remember Plinking? We're gonna show how old we are. You remember Plinking?
Yeah.
It's fucking. Alright, what was that dance?
The Harlem Shake.
The Harlem Shake. Oh my god.
The only cool ones I like from that trends were the mannequin challenge. That one was pretty sick.
I do the what is it? Fluffy Bunny challenge?
What is it?
The Marshmallow Bunny challenge?
What are you talking about?
It's that one that was on YouTube. Like back in the day, they would fill their mouth with marshmallows and they would say like Fluffy Bunny.
Oh yeah, I know.
The cinnamon challenge.
Yeah.
You know which one I did?
The cinnamon challenge.
No.
Not the Charlie challenge.
No, that one's so fake. Who believes that?
It's a challenge.
It's dumb. The one I did 2 of them. I did the salt and ice one, where you get salt.
Oh, and you pour it on your wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember how long I went, so don't ask. But I did that one like 3 times. That was like my party trick. When I had someone come over to the house, I'm like, let's do it. And then I did the chugging milk challenge. Have you heard about that one?
No, you just chug milk.
Yeah. So basically, the goal is like you chug like a gallon of milk, right? And then after like 15 minutes, it'll make you throw up.
No, I saw one where I forgot what you drink first, but you eat a banana, and then after eating the banana, you drink a Sprite. It's supposed to make you throw up.
That's stupid. The milk one's better. But okay, so the reason I even like saw it was because there's like a bunch of these skater dudes like in an alley, and they got these milk cartons, and they colored them with food coloring. And so when they started throwing up, they were throwing up all these rainbows, and I just thought it was the funniest thing ever, because you expected it to be like all orange or brown or green and nasty, right? And it was all pink and blue. It was so colorful. And so I went and I did it, and I threw up, and my stomach hurt for like a day. I regret it to this day. I still get nightmares about it. Did you find it?
Yeah, but the New York Times is making me sign up.
Okay, just read the title.
It says FDA warning on NyQuil chicken alerts many to existence of NyQuil chicken.
Oh my god, that's fucking stupid. I just don't get it. I must be getting older, because these things just sound so dumb to me. Like, what was that one? I did hear about this, even though I don't have TikTok, where they like steal things.
Oh, it was the fuck. What was that challenge? Oh my god!
I got like snippets of it, like on YouTube.
Yeah, it made. What was that? Oh,
we're chilling.
Okay.
I got snippets of it on YouTube. I don't know what the fuck it is, but like these kids were like stealing things from like school and shit, right? Like I saw, he got the, what is it, the towel, the hand towel dispenser.
Some guy stole an entire not cubicle, not porta potty. What's the thing in the bathroom that divides the toilets?
The divider. The stall?
The stall. They stole a stall.
They stole a stall?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What's the point?
Fuck, and I'm curious, what was that challenge called?
I don't know. I just saw some
Yeet challenge? Nah, that doesn't sound right.
The Yeet challenge?
The lick. It was something lick.
Lick?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It was something called like that.
Were they licking the shit they stole? I don't understand.
I that's what you call a lick. You steal something, it's called a lick.
I don't understand.
I think. Oh, man, I feel old. Oh,
Back
okay.
in my day, we used to put ice on our hands.
That NyQuil challenge, it has a name.
Okay.
It's called the Sleepy Chicken Challenge.
The Sleepy Chicken Challenge. The Sleepy Chicken Challenge? Like, is it like the new lean? Is that what they do? Is that what the kids do? They just eat a bunch of chicken?
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Okay. I don't understand. I don't think I'll ever understand. And you know what? That's fine. I don't want to understand. These kids are fucking nuts. I don't trust these kids. Like, I told you before, like when I see middle schoolers on the street, I legitimately get scared. Especially, like when I'm visiting a few friends who live near schools, freaks me the fuck out.
Kids nowadays are fucking no remorse.
More than that, bro. Like, I'm scared that one of these days I'm gonna be walking around, some punk ass kid's gonna run up and pants me, and it's gonna be on TikTok, and like that's all I'm gonna hear about. Like, oh, I saw you on TikTok. Shut up. Like, I don't trust these kids anymore. And then they're tall too. I don't know what it is they're feeding these fucking kids, but I have yet to meet a middle schooler who's shorter than me. It's ridiculous.
That's funny because you see the freshmen now. They're fucking short.
Are they?
Yeah.
I haven't seen them. The middle schoolers.
I think you're just short in general.
Fuck off. The middle schoolers are... Those guys are tough. They're like their own little gang. I'm sorry.
We should just end it. Honestly. We've been going at it for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I don't want to go on middle schoolers all day because I can... if I fucking start, I won't stop. Okay. I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in to the second episode of the Moon Man podcast. As stated before, I'm your host, Devin, here with your co-host, Eddie. Any closing statements you want to add, bud?
Any closing statements?
Real quick. As mentioned in the last episode, we do have an Instagram page. We're soon to be starting a Twitter page. And also follow us on YouTube because we will be uploading these episodes on there, as well as some additional content in the near future.
Once we get enough followers, we should start doing a poll on what character they like more, you or me.
Yeah, I'm down to do that. If you want to get your ego broken.
Devin, I don't have an ego.
That's true. Wait, yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
We'll get into that right now. Thank you all for listening today. We really appreciate your support. Please continue to share the show with everyone you know and love. Just fucking slam it down their throats, please, because like I mentioned, we're really trying to make something of ourselves here.
I'm not gonna say anything else.
Okay. That's it. Bye.